Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Inessa and I'm an indie author from Toronto, Canada, and I publish under the pen name A and Sage. I write a lot of YA and some new projects are coming up that are outside the YA realm, but for now I am writing mostly fantasy, mystery, and some sci-fi mixed in there. Now it is time for our quarterly goal review. If you are new here, then you should know that I plan my goals very seriously. I take them very seriously, and I am a huge planner at heart. And I do my goal planning quarterly. It's just easier to keep up with. It switches out. If I have to pivot, then it's a lot easier than having to replan the whole year or rethink the whole year. So every quarter, I sit down, I plan out my goals for the year, and then I share it with you guys. If that sounds like something that's up your alley, then make sure that you are subscribed, and then you'll also be able to see weekly videos from me on writing, the craft of writing, being a creative entrepreneur, and just some behind the scenes of what it means to have your own business in today's day and age. Now, for this final quarter of the year, which I cannot believe is the end of 2022 already, but some things have changed for me for the final quarter of the year, and you'll see it reflected in this quarterly goal little planning video of ours. Now I am still, as always, in the same planner. This is not going to change. I will always be in this planner. I absolutely love using it. This is the Prolific Planner, but I'm only using the goal section of it. So just the goal section. This is a planner that I've designed that I give out absolutely for free. It's a full planner. It's undated, and it is A5 size. You can print it on other paper as well. I printed mine on half letter size. So you can print it in whatever size you want, but I've designed it in A5 size just because that's what I was using at the time. And I'm giving it out for free for everybody who joins the newsletter for this channel. So make sure to take a look in the description because that link will be there. So to get over the spiel, I have taken the Prolific Planner and I only printed out the goal section of it, and I put it in this disc-bound planner here that I've kind of put together. Makeshift planner for my goals, and I love it. So let's jump right into the yearly. So we're in the yearly tab, and we are looking at Q4. I can't believe this is all almost filled up. This is crazy for me to see this. So under Cauldron Press, which if you don't know, I am a cover designer. It is pretty much my main income, and then writing is kind of second, and then some other stuff is trickles in outside of that. But for the most part, I am a cover designer, I'm a graphic designer, and photographer by trade. So that is what I do, and I work for myself. So Cauldron Press, when I say Cauldron Press on this goal planner, I mean everything that falls under that kind of design portion of Cauldron Press, because Cauldron Press is more like an umbrella. But I also have courses that I teach on cover design and just design in general, and so that falls under Cauldron Press Academy falls under Cauldron Press as well. So we have Cauldron Press Design, Cauldron Press Academy. Technically, A and Sage, my pen name, also falls under Cauldron Press because it's a publishing name, but I just separated out for goal's sake. So under Cauldron Press, for my Q4 goals, I have two courses that I need to get out. So I have a fantasy hair course that I will be hopefully finishing, I'm hoping, this month. And then I have a typography course that I'd like to finish up before Christmas. So that's probably going to be a project for November/December. So I want both of these courses out during the year. These are mini courses. I do have a big flagship course. If you're interested in fantasy book cover design, I have a huge flagship course, and that covers pretty much everything you need to know for fantasy book cover design. And then if you are enrolled in that course, all of these mini courses, as they come out, I add them to that curriculum. So you get all the mini courses for free, which is like a really good deal. And it's lifetime access and all of that. And then I also need to I want to get more clients because I want to be booked out further out than I am right now. So usually I'm booked out between 3 to 4 months in advance. I'd like to slowly build up to being booked up a year in advance, which I'm getting to. But I need to kind of work on that more and more and more. It's an active thing. Then under goal number 2 for Q4, this is A and Sage. So this is the writing. I have publishing Shadowhurst 8. So Portal of Ruin, book 8 in my Shadowhurst series. I cannot believe it's coming to a close, to an end. And we only have 1 book left. I also can't believe that I wrote 15 books so far in my entire career. It's crazy to think about, but it's amazing. But I need to publish the final book in that series. In order to publish it, I need to finish writing it. So that's a big deal. I need to finish that draft by probably end of this month, because I'm also looking at a new project. We're calling it AGR because that's all I can say about it for now. But I am looking at having to plot it and to write the first draft of that new project at the end of this quarter. My plan is, in this new series, is to have the first 3 written, drafted, and ready to go so that I can release them regularly without having to worry about writing and being behind. And as I get like kind of booked up with Cauldron Press and the courses and the clients and all of that work, I don't want writing to be on the back end, which I find is what has been happening for the last quarter. Ever since I came back from maternity leave, it's been kind of on the back end, the writing part, and I can't have that be on the back end. And so I want to, while I'm kind of like figuring out, I'm slowing down this year, I'm booking less clients, I kind of want to concentrate on the writing as well. So those are the goals, the main goals for A and Sage. Now, for my third goal, so it used to be YouTube when we started. As you can see here, it's still YouTube, but that YouTube is now divided into 2, actually 3, because I will now have 3 different YouTube channels. So they're not about writing. So this channel will still stay strictly about mostly writing, entrepreneurship, all of that stuff. It'll stay exactly the same. I love this channel. I love the community we have here. Nothing's going to change there. 2 other channels that are being added. So I'm going to be launching a cover design channel, and that's just going to be basically speed art of me working as a cover designer. To start, I'll see what else I'll add to it in the future, but to start, it's just going to speed art of me basically making covers, pre-mades, all of that, because I think that'll be fun for people to see. And then another big, this is a pretty huge undertaking that we're taking. So I'm actually starting a YouTube channel with my husband, and we are starting a baby sensory channel. So for anyone out there who has babies, you know, these sensory channels are so much fun to watch. They're addictive, not just for the babies. Like, I find myself kind of like bopping along to the music, but they're all 3D animation. And I've been wanting to learn 3D animation for years and years and years and years. So first of all, 3D modeling is going to be really great for the design aspect of things. And just for fun. It's just like another form of art, which I love. You know me, I love to be creative. I need to be creative in many ways. But 3D animation, I have done animation before. I worked with video a lot before. But this is very different. So I've been teaching myself Blender. And I've been teaching myself 3D animation in order for us to start this baby sensory channel, because we end up watching it so much with our daughter. I mean, like, not so much that it's not healthy, but like, we do watch videos daily and we love them. And we have some ideas for ones that we could do ourselves, because it would be a fun project for us to do together as like a family. And so we are going to be launching that channel, and that channel is going to be launching in this quarter. So that means that I need to have, like, these videos take weeks and weeks and weeks to do. I've already been designing, I'm almost done designing all of the characters that are going into the video, because the modeling itself takes time as well. So I'm almost done like modeling and designing the characters for the first video that we are having. And like our mascot is done. We have like an intro, the whole thing's done. But I just need to now animate all of these characters to be like moving around and dancing and doing like sensory things on the screen, to the music that my husband has put together for us. He's put together like a music list. So that is the YouTube for Q4. So YouTube, very busy in the next quarter. And then under personal, which is my 4th kind of tier of goals. So I usually have 4 tiers of goals. My personal and 4th tier goals, I have lose 10 pounds because as I've already mentioned, I had a baby. And while I lost like a bunch of the weight already, I'm still not at my pre-pregnancy weight, and I would really like to be, mostly because I don't want to have to buy a whole new wardrobe because that seems like a headache. And so I just want to fit into my clothes that I love, and to be able to wear like my wedding rings, which would be nice. So not quite there yet, but that's my goal for Q4, is to lose another 10 pounds. And that should take me to pretty much where I was before having a baby. It's not going to be exactly the same, but I'll be happy with that. So that is my goal. So now if we go and we can do our review as we look at this. So we can take a look at, we'll go through one by one. So the first one, goal one, Cauldron Press. Let's take a look at Q3 and how we did. So I did nothing for the hair course. I ended up moving the hair course. I got very busy. There was like a ton going on. I got really booked up with clients in the last quarter. Like very, very booked up to the point where I was working around the clock pretty much, and then also raising a baby. And so that hair course, I wrote the intro scripts, and that is it. And it's moved. And I put down that it has moved. Plans for the academy. I did run that back to school sale for September. That's the last sale for the main flagship course for the year. And I have not done any of these courses. So the background composition course, which would be a fun mini course, it'll be like a little cheap little course. I'm thinking of doing that in Q1 of next year. And then the typography cover course will be hopefully in Q4 of this year. So, failed on that part on this course, but I have set up Q4. So I have Cauldron Academy, which is like the courses here. I launched 2 mini courses, and I just kind of went through and went through project tasks, and I separated them out. So F is for the fantasy hair course, and T is for the typography course. And the main tasks that I have are film the videos, film the intro and outro, write the copy, design images, upload to Thinkific, which is where I house my courses, create a landing page, promote, and send out newsletters. And that's for each one of these. So that's what we have on here. And my deadline for this is the 20th of December, because I don't want to work past Christmas and slightly before Christmas. That's my goal for this year. It's my it's her first Christmas. So we're very excited. It's her first Christmas, for New Year, first everything, but Christmas will be huge. So and obviously Halloween is huge in this house, at least. And then for the client part, so I don't know if you remember, but I also said that I want to be booked up further ahead, and that means constant promotion. And when you're a cover designer, the best way to promote is to have pre-made covers, because people get pre-made covers and they need serious continuations, or it's just a way for you to hone your skills and to put yourself out there and to show people what you have to offer. And so I have a checklist for October, November, and December, and for the pre-mades, I'll be pushing out every single week. Now for goal number 2, which is writing, if we want to take a look at how I did on Q3. So another huge fail. So as you can see, Q3 was a little bit crazy for everything that is design related, but not great for everything else. So for Q3, I had the goal to write the draft of the last Shadowhurst book. Now, I had an idea for another book, which stifled my creativity for this book. And I think also a big part of it was that I don't think I was ready to say goodbye to Shadowhurst yet. And so I refused to write the last book, which is not okay because I already announced that it's coming. So I have to sit down and hammer it out in this quarter, but it's been moved. Cover ideas, the cover has been designed. So I did do the cover. I did some part of it, the fun part. Like, not that the writing part isn't the fun part, but I did the part that the procrastinating part from this. So that was another fail for me. Not a great quarter so far, which is fine. You have good quarters, you have bad ones. But I did set up Q4 project. So we have Portal of Ruin, which is book 8 in Shadowhurst. And we have the project tasks are draft 1, edit number 1, beta readers, editor past, edit number 2, send out arcs, design interiors, upload files, promote the release, and then have a release party. And that is my end date, again, the 20th of December. I'm hoping it will be way earlier than that, but I want to give like the beta readers, the editor, and all these people some time. So even if I do finish the draft by 1st of November, and let's say that I push through edits in like a week, I need to give these people time, right? So I can't rush them. Usually they take like a week at least turnaround time. Then I have to go through my own edits. In the meantime, as I'm drafting, I can start promoting already. So some of these can be done simultaneously, but the betas and the editors, they're not dependent on me. So you need to give these people time. And then for AGR, which is the other project, I have all of this stuff. So mostly plotting stuff, world building. There's like a program I want to try out that wants to partner with me, but I will see, because it's a new program and I don't know if I have it in me to try a new program, especially since I already started plotting it in Plotter, which is another new program I'm trying. So there's quite a bit going on, but I am planning to work on this project in NaNoWriMo. I'm going to do a whole other video about my NaNoWriMo plans, what I'm doing this year and stuff, what my Preptober is going to look like. But I am planning to write this in NaNoWriMo, and I'm planning to narrate it in NaNoWriMo. And I did get the Dragon software. So stay tuned for a video on that, because I will be training my Dragon, and I'm hoping to dictate this entire book. So we'll see how that goes. But during this entire quarter, there's a lot to get done from this book from start to finish. So that is goal number 2, which is the writing part, and where we're at with that.
I'm gonna run back.
Okay, well, can you please let me finish? I'm literally in the middle of a video. I need another 10 minutes. Like, stop. And now we get into goal number 3. So the third section was the YouTube channel that, as you remember, we have divided up into 3 different channels, fun times. So let's see how we did. So my plan for YouTube, because I kind of included Etsy in this in the last quarter, which we'll talk about in 1 second. But my plan was for Q3 was to kind of build up the resource library, and I did okay in it. We had a marketing plan resource, there's a book launch resource. I didn't do a Scrivener template yet, but there's still time. I can still do it and mention it in a video or do a whole video on it. I'll probably end up doing an entire video on it, and I'll probably work on that in this quarter. But then the Etsy part of it, so I did have a digital planner Etsy shop, and I had no time to work on it, guys. I loved it. I love using my digital planner. I don't love it enough that I'm willing to sacrifice all this other stuff for it. So I have put the shop on hold. I have actually closed it for the time being. I can always reopen it again. It's not that hard, but I just don't have time. And as you can see, I did nothing for these goals. I was just too busy, and I don't want that on my plate right now. So Q3 project, semi-successful as far as projects go. And now we have Q4 project set up. So we have Starfish Sensory, which is the baby sensory channel that we'll be working on. So we have the music lineup's already been picked, but we have designed the characters, almost done. A research competition, we're all halfway through that. We have animate video number 2. I'm hoping to animate the second video, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. The design the channel art, find social media influencers, and kind of reach out to them to show them this video. And then just do channel promos and marketing. So that's for the sensory. And I'm hoping this doesn't turn into another digital planner Etsy adventure. But I think because it's like a whole family thing, that will keep me more motivated to keep working on it. And again, with the sensory channel, there's no timelines. These are just timelines I'm setting for myself. It's not the same as like the writing or having clients or cover design. This is just a fun thing that we're doing as a family, and so I don't need to pressure myself to finish it if I'm busy with other stuff. So things that pay the bills come first, essentially, is what I'm saying. But then for YouTube, I have Scrivener templates on here for Q4, which I moved over. There's the test and setup for that one program that I was saying for plotting, but we'll see how that goes. But that's kind of part of YouTube as well. I have the design channel set up, that cover design channel, and then uploading design videos. And I want to upload 6. in this quarter. So, which is doable because I think I'm planning on doing like 12 pre-mades just this month alone. So, if I just record all of those, that will be well. And then for the personal project, which is goal number 4, and let's see. So my Q3 project was to learn illustration, and that has shifted a little bit, which is why it's not fully complete, because that has shifted into Starfish Sensory. Because when I started, I actually did start learning to illustrate, and I realized I really like cutesy stuff. I love kawaii design, so I started illustrating kawaii more, and then we started watching these sensory videos, and then I thought of putting the two together. So I did take Skillshare courses, I did do my YouTube tutorials, I did set up Clip Studio, I've used Clip Studio, and I did some base illustrations. I did not do any of these portraits because I went a different way with it, but I did still illustrate. So I'm counting this project, a Q3 project, as a success because I illustrated just not what I thought I'd be illustrating. And now in Q4, which is my lose 10 pounds, I have daily walks, daily floor exercises, I'm cutting out carbs, and I'm cutting out sugar. And I think these are all very small but doable things that will really help me reach this goal during Q4. So that's what I have. I have not used, I'm going to be setting this up slightly different because I haven't used my notes, my list, or my grid paper for anything really at all. And there's like an extra goal project here already ready to go for next year. So I think I'm going to be setting this up a little bit differently. Still using the Prolific Planner goals setup, but I think all of these, I think I'm going to turn them into something else that's more beneficial for me. I don't know what it is yet. It might be a matter of getting smaller discs actually and just getting a small profile planner. So we'll see. So as always, the other thing that I did was I set up my cards. And I will put a picture somewhere here so you can see what they look like on my wall. And I love how it looks with all like 4 quarters up there. I just think the board looks amazing. So I have set up all of my cards, and they have my goal 1, Cauldron Press, and the 2 main projects under that goal. Goal 2, and Sage, the 2 main projects under that goal. YouTube, goal 3, 2 main projects under that goal, and then goal 4, personal, I only have 1 project. So that is how I am setting up all of my goals for this year. I didn't do as well as I thought I would in the previous quarter, but, all things considering, and considering that I, went back to work like a month and a half after having a baby, or 2 months after having a baby, I did pretty good. Like, I'm not giving myself grief over it. Some quarters are good, like I said, some are bad. So that is what I have so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I love having these. I'm going to continue these throughout the years because I just love doing these with you guys. I hope it inspired you to do your own goal planning. And then also when I don't succeed in some of my projects, that you can see that it's okay to put something down and not necessarily complete it, because life gets in the way sometimes. And we're all just human, and that's just what happens. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. The next one I'll be doing in the goals planner will be Q1 of 2023, but also we'll do a new setup of this. So that'll be a fun little thing I think to do for next year. We'll just do like a new setup of the planner for the new year, and go through my plans, fresh goals for a fresh year. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it and you want to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, that would be amazing. And I would love to welcome you to the community if you would do that. And everybody who's already done that you're here, thank you so much for watching. As always, you guys absolutely make my day every time that I see that somebody has watched the video or commented or done anything. And if you have any videos you want me to do, make sure you comment below and let me know. I have a running list of videos, and sometimes I have a lot of ideas for videos, but sometimes I might not necessarily know exactly what you want to watch. So I try my best to do things that are useful, helpful, tips and things like that. But if there's something specific you want to see, make sure that you let me know, because I would love to make that video for you guys. So as always, I hope you stay magical, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye.